cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
News now on 1027 The Game.
Reporting for Cromwell Media News, I'm Rob Nichols. Governor Andy Beshear and other Kentucky Democrats are calling on Congress to extend tax credits for the Affordable Care Act. The governor says nearly 100,000 residents of the Bluegrass State will see their health insurance premiums jump up in price if the subsidies are allowed to expire on Saturday. Senator Rand Paul has suggested opening the federal government back up and launching a bipartisan commission to get a handle on rising health insurance costs. Republican Kentucky Congressman Andy Barr blames Democrat policies for the possible cost increase, telling WKYT-TV premiums for Obamacare plans are up 60% since 2014. A Kentucky lawmaker is proposing a measure aimed at protecting kids on Halloween. Democrat Representative Chad All says he plans to introduce a bill that will make it illegal for sex offenders to be around children during Halloween. Convicted offenders will be banned from handing out candy during trick-or-treat or attending costume parties where kids are present. All is planning to present the proposal at the beginning of the new state legislative session in January. Introduced a similar bill earlier this year. Tickets are now available for the 2026 Indy 500 Brickyard 400. Indianapolis Motor Speedway is now selling tickets for the biggest races coming up next year. That includes the 110th Indianapolis 500 May 24th and the NASCAR Cup Series Brickyard 400 July 26th. I'm Rob Nichols reporting.
What if opening a checking account came with a perk? At South Central Bank, our popular Green Tree checking account now comes with more added value. That's right. Things like cell phone protection, telehealth, roadside assistance, fuel savings, and enhanced identity theft support are all part of Green Tree checking. No hassle, no stress, just perks for doing something you were going to do anyway. Stop by any South Central Bank branch or visit us online at southcentralbank.com. Banking with rewards. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Travis Holtry. At Foreman Watson Holtry, we're not just your trusted local attorneys. We're your neighbors and proud supporters of Kentucky Sports Radio. Just like a game-winning shot by UK at the buzzer, we're here to deliver results for you when it counts. Whether it's navigating complex legal challenges or celebrating the next big win by UK on the court, we're with you every step of the way. Tune in to KSR Monday through Friday, 9 to 11. And remember, Foreman Watson Holtry, dedicated to you, committed to justice. FWHlegal.com.
And now, Western Kentucky weather on 1027 The Game.
Here's your 14 first alert forecast for the overnight hours. Rainy, cold, a low of 42 degrees. On Thursday, some very early rain, otherwise slow clearing during the day with a high temperature of 59. On Thursday night, clear skies down to 39. Friday, partly sunny for Halloween with a high of 60. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jeff Lyons with your 14 first alert forecast.
/JOY.
From the Floor Concept Studios. Legally, we're WLME 102.7 FM, Lewisport. But you can just call us The Game. 1027. 1027.
Yes, sir, it's Clarence. Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to
Lion Man 5.
It's Live at 5, and it's brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. And now, your host for Live at 5, Stephen A. Turner.
What's up and welcome to Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, dedicated to you, committed to justice. That's FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner here in the Floor Concept Studios. We'll be joined by Coach Vic Evans here in just a little bit. Got a little high school football rundown. We got a little Above All Roofing True or False for today's show. But it's Wesleyan Wednesday. And before we get to that, download that Owensboro Radio app. Listen anywhere in the world. Follow along out there on social media. The picks contest is going strong on Facebook, so get your picks in. You can text us throughout the show on the Green River Area Federal Credit Union text line 270-903-0389. And we're streaming out there on X or Facebook or even on YouTube there. So check that out. Courtesy of Legendary Pool and Spa. You can subscribe on YouTube or Spotify or iTunes, wherever you consume your podcasts. It's a Wesleyan Wednesday. We got the Wesleyan Lady Panthers in the house today. How you guys doing?
Good.
Surprised you're on video, so
yeah,
right, the surprise of the day. But it's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon here. I'm sure didn't calculate in all the rain we were going to have and take a boat to get over here. But guys, season's right around the corner. and getting ready to kick things off. And we got Maya Montgomery, and we got V, John's daughter, right? That's right. We'll stick with V, and then Riley Neal. How you guys doing? Good, man. And we just come off the heels last week a week ago today down in Western Kentucky. The men's opened their exhibition season. You guys open next Saturday, is that correct, on the exhibition season? So just right around the corner. And, I'll start with you, Maya, 4th year in the program, right? So you're the elder statesman. You've actually been in with us before, but, how's things going, man?
It's going really good. I'm glad to be here for my 4th year with these lovely ladies. I've loved learning all the new girls, the younger girls, helping them grow and learn what our team's about. So
yeah, and you've been around the program a little bit, so I feel like you kind of are the leader now. How's that transition going for you?
It's been really good. I've had a lot of help from V and Riley with this, and just teaching how to be a good teammate on the court, off the court, just being kind of like older sisters to them, and like what this is all about, and like there's a bigger picture to it than just basketball, and just the relationships we've been making has been really awesome. So
yeah, and 11 points per game last year, and right there at the top, leading the team. And with V, 6 points per game, but the point guard, right, and defense and assists. Led the team in assists a year ago. Get the team. I mean, I know you were kind of the cog that made things go last year. Talk about now transitioning from being the newcomer into to being the leader on this team.
I think it's a privilege, but I think like last year was a lot just like learning the ways and getting taught, and now it's kind of like a 180 of like now I have to be the one teaching and just showing up in a different way, and I think that's really it grows me as a person, but it also just helps to it helps me too, just to settle in and just have a different focus point.
Yeah, we got we got to ask the token Iceland question. I mean, we have to get that in. I mean, did you ever think growing up you would be in Owensboro, Kentucky? I mean, playing basketball. I mean, all the way around the world, right?
Never.
I mean, tell us about that journey a little bit. Give us a little background on yourself and how you ended up at Kentucky Wesleyan.
Wow. Well, I always knew like at a young age I wanted to try and go to college in America. It's like a staple at home that like you want to reach that point, get to America, because that's just an opportunity where we just don't have at home. So then I went to Minot, North Dakota, and went there for 2 years, and then kind of like I loved it there, but I wanted to change. I wanted to see more of the states, and then Coach Neiman found me in the portal, and I'm really grateful for it. So
yeah, North Dakota to Kentucky, at least the winters are a little better here than I've been to North Dakota in the winter, and it's a little bit rough. But and we got Riley Neal here, senior. A big contributor last year, right? 10 points per game. Miami of Ohio before that, is that correct? Yeah. So it had a big impact on the team last year. How's Owensboro treating you? Is it becoming home for you?
It is. It's only 2 hours away from Louisville, where I'm from. So it's been great to be in an area that I know and I'm familiar with. Not too far from family. They can come out and support us at games. A great city with a lot to do, things to see, so it's been fun.
Yeah, and strong tradition. I feel like since Caleb and Nicole have come into the program, and now Nicole stepping to the forefront, it's been a winning program, and that's something. I mean, both of you guys, coming in last year, I don't think the average fan really knows how competitive and how good a basketball is played in the GMAC conference.
Right.
Yeah, there is.
And so looking at the team this year with a lot of newcomers, you guys are still trying to gel. There's still a lot of unknowns, but how's everything going in practice so far?
I think so far so good. We've started off, I think, a lot quicker than we think and a lot better than we thought we would come in being. We have a lot of new young players, but I think we're all like meshing pretty well, and we're getting to know each other and each other's strengths, and so I think it's going really good.
Yeah, and we'll go back to you, Maya. 8 freshmen on the team this year, one being your sister, right?
Yeah.
So how's that going? Is it a little harder on her in practice?
I can't speak for her, but I think she's liking it a lot. She's learning a lot, and just watching, I think, is something she likes to observe and grow from that. So yeah.
And a lot of international flavor, really, on the team, right? I mean, we got V, and then you got Spain, you got the Netherlands, Canada, all represented. How it's got to be like, is it culture shock for some? I guess they've been around for some time, but how's everybody settling into Owensboro? It seems. You guys, they're probably looking to y'all because y'all have been here before to kind of show them around. How's all that going?
I think it's going good. I think gives us a little bit more fun things to talk about. Like we're learning about America, but they get to learn a lot about also our countries, and like they show interest in everything. And I just think I think it's a really fun and unique experience to have all these different countries together.
Yeah, we talked a little bit before we went on the air about I think the women are picked 6th in the GMAC, which I mean, I think with all the roster turnover, I think it shows the respect that the program has gained. Because I mean, I think a lot of teams that have turned over as much as the roster as you guys has probably isn't picked that high. But does that put a chip on your shoulder a little bit? I mean, or are you just rankings are rankings? You don't pay much attention to it.
I mean, I think it's a pretty good ranking considering how we finished last year. I think that they saw a lot of the potential that we could have this year and how we are going to turn it over. So, I mean, I think it's a pretty solid ranking. Yeah. We can surprise a lot of people too.
Yeah, and I mean the early schedule. I'm looking at the early schedule. You got that. You start with the crossover in the regular season with Missouri S&T and Lincoln. That'll be the 15th or the 14th and the 15th. So it's a Friday, Saturday. The men play the Friday, Sunday. But looking at the non-conference schedule, you got Trevecca on there. I mean, it's a pretty tough non-conference schedule. I'll ask you because you've been around the program. What are some of the things you think early in the season that will be key for this group to have success?
I think that we shouldn't determine our whole season on just the beginning of the season and how the first few games go, because everyone's going to be figuring out how to play together, who's going to be playing together, all that, and getting upset with each other or down about if we win or we lose is just going to really hurt us in the long run. So I think just focusing on in the moment, game to game, and see how we do.
Yeah, and I know it's hard to get a gauge till you get out there and start playing games. But V, if you had to hang your hat on, what do you think the strength of this group will be, at least out of the gate? What do you think that would be?
I would definitely say just effort, like hustle. I think we'll get a lot of wins, and I think we'll honestly do a lot better when it comes to we have dogs out there. We do. We have freshmen that want to play, that want to do good, and then we have returners that want to do the same. And I feel like with us being just ready to go and just staying focused on one game, getting in, getting done, and getting out, I think that will be our strength, because I don't see any of our teammates honestly hanging their heads and just getting down on themselves, or we don't have any characteristic that's bad for us. So I think just the biggest thing for us is just keep our heads in one game at a time, I think.
Yeah, and I think since the Neiman's got here, they kind of have a style that you come to expect. Effort is at the top of that list. I mean, and subbing in waves. I mean, playing a lot of players. I mean, they go 10, 12 deep most years. Is that something, Riley, you think we'll see again this season? I mean, I know you still, like I say, you still got to get out there and figure it out. But I mean, these young freshmen and these new players trying to carve out their roles on the team. You think it'll be, coming in way? I mean, you almost have to with the intensity that you guys play with.
Yeah, especially with the intensity. I think we definitely can do that, and we are very deep. I think each of us are very versatile and can play at different positions, can guard different positions, so that'll help a lot with that. But yeah, I think everyone on our team can make a lot of strides in games and going forward. So
yeah, no, and I think being around the program a little bit, it always feels like a family. I mean, even though the page turns, you're going to pass the torch on. There'll be a new young lady sitting here that's a senior next year that's talking about the tradition of this roster. But, talk about, because you've been in it the longest, what the Neimans have really meant to you. Because I feel like, that they've really put their stamp on it. And every year it's just, like I say, like a family.
Yeah, I would agree. It's always, every team I've been on has been so welcoming and never have any issues. I think that just attests to them as people recruiting the people they do. They worry about, of course, they want you to be athletic and play well and all that, but as a person, they really prioritize that, and I think that's huge for the culture, and it carries over each year, like you said.
Yeah, and how's things going in the classroom for you? What's your goals as you're all three seniors? I'll go through and get your goals for the next chapter. I mean, I'm 45 and I still don't have it figured out.
Well,
so I mean, there's no pressure there.
And I don't know.
That's
I was
fine.
gonna say I'm right there with her.
Just still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, V knows. She knows.
She has a plan.
What do you got? What do you got planned, V?
I applied to graduate school for athletic training, so hopefully that goes as planned, and then just probably going home and playing after that.
There you go. And so, I mean, I don't want to put any pressure on it, but does anybody here have any eligibility left? Because this senior stuff doesn't really mean senior anymore. I mean, is that a possibility for any of you guys to continue playing after this year?
We don't know yet. I think that with that
The
rule that they might pass, so it's up in the
Fifth-year
air. So
I was just curious because I mean, like you say, senior used to mean that was your final year.
Right.
Now you have
You never
fifth-year
know.
seniors or redshirt freshmen
Yeah.
or whatever it may be. But guys, we wish you the very best of luck and looking forward to calling your games. It's always a blast getting to see the style that you guys play. I would encourage any Panther fan that comes for the men's game and those doubleheaders, especially, come out early and
Yes.
support the women. I mean, you can feel the energy in the sports center. And I feel
Right.
like anytime, especially the football team,
Yeah.
right? They're always your
Mhm.
biggest
Always,
fans.
yeah.
Tyrone and those guys sitting courtside
Yep.
always fire you up, and it helps to have that little extra momentum there at the sports
Yes,
center.
it does.
Thank you so much, guys. Good luck,
Thank
and
you.
we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's the Kentucky Wesleyan Lady Panthers, mine, Montgomery V, John's daughter, and Riley Neal. When we come back, we'll get Vic Evans here in the Floor Concept Studios. You're listening to Live at 5, 1027 The Game.
It's game on every weekday from 5 to 8 in the morning with Unsportsmanlike. Brought to you by Floor Concepts. Catch Evan, Canty, and Michelle breaking down the biggest stories, the boldest takes, and the realest reactions only on 1027 The Game. Your home for ESPN Radio. Unsportsmanlike delivers the passion every true sports fan craves. Brought to you by Floor Concepts, where design meets durability. That's Unsportsmanlike weekday mornings 5 to 8 only on 1027 The Game.
Oh, cold and brisk autumn night, the spirits scream with much delight. Ghostly Productions provides the frights. Get you ready for Halloween night.
Hi, this is Travis Holtry from Foreman Watson Holtry. You are bombarded every single day with legal advertising, and all of it sounds the same. That is why we focus on being out in our community and present with people so that we can give you the chance to see how we do things different and why we do what we do. We are your community lawyers, and we believe in what we are doing. Foreman Watson Holtry, dedicated to you, committed to justice. FWHlegal.com.
It's a touchdown at Sports Country. The place where football isn't just a sport, it's a lifestyle. Get the latest football memorabilia, apparel, t-shirts, hats, cards, home decor, jerseys, autographs. Sports Country, where every day is game day, and no one will judge you for painting your face. Sports Country, Park Plaza Drive, behind Jamie's Car Wash off Frederica Street in Owensboro. Owensboro's #1 sports fan store.
Not responsible for spontaneous in-zone dances.
Looking for a financial partner you can trust? Look no further than Green River Area Federal Credit Union. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a new home, or need a loan, we've got you covered with competitive rates and personalized service. Join the community that cares about your financial well-being. Visit Green River Area Federal Credit Union at one of our 3 locations in Henderson, Greenville, or Owensboro, and experience the difference today. Your money, your future, your credit union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
It's truck season at Champion Ford, and that means big savings on America's #1 selling trucks. Take command of the legendary 2025 F-150, just $44,990 with 0.9% APR, or lease for $499 a month with 0 down, or choose the powerhouse 2025 Ford F-250 Super Cab 4x4, $5,400 off MSRP. Hunting season, tailgating season, truck season, only at Champion Ford in Owensboro. ChampionOwensboro.com.
Backed by popular demand, Legendary Pools and Spas by John Maurice is here. If John has built your pool or spa in the past and it needs service, repairs, or just a little attention, he's ready to take care of you. He loved to hear from his former customers, and if you're new, now is the perfect time to see why his work is legendary. Call Legendary Pools and Spas by John Maurice at 270-316-1007. Reconnecting with customers, one pool at a time.
Local sports at its finest, live at 5 with Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans on 102.7 The Game.
Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner, Vic Evans here in the Floor Concept Studios. If you're out there driving around, be careful. It's just kind of a terrible day.
This is-
47 degrees and rain.
Yeah, this is
Feels
let
like
me-
February. Or
I think I must have
March
old
or
ears. Everybody turned.
Yeah.
that one may have been okay. There you go. I turned yours up.
Yeah, they have the younger ears.
They have those
The
younger
Lady
ears.
Panthers, yeah.
I gotta turn
have
mine
to
up to
crank
hear a
mine
little
up just
bit.
to hear myself. Yeah, just crank it all the way. No, don't.
But
don't do that.
no, I mean it's just listen. The bad thing about it is this is like one of this is probably Rim's favorite holiday. I mean I don't know, Christmas is right there, but like I know they had a blast last night at the airport, but they got rained on. Because they out there on the tarmac they had a trunk or treat.
Yeah, I
with
saw
planes
it in the
involved.
paper,
and so just get out here by Friday. And warm up a little bit because we got games to call.
Yeah, man, I'm not ready for this early winter stuff.
I will say,
people
though-
are like, "Come on, dude! It's 45 degrees." It's
I
not,
will
it's not
say
winter.
in the Apollo booth, you're in an own little room there. It stays pretty warm in
yeah.
there, so I'm okay there.
Those guys, Cablin, who's an F1 fan, we learned on Friday.
Oh man, he's my
PA at
Cavlin now is my favorite high school player and favorite parent in the region.
Yeah, they like to take the windows out in the box, man. I'm like, in the summer I loved it because it was like, man, it's so hot in here. We got that little AC blowing beside us, but yeah, in the winter, my little nose gets cold.
Yeah, I mean, his kid's now been named Football Player of the Year. Yeah, I got to make sure I get to go to Coda next year.
Oh yeah.
He's not only the Football Player of the Year, he's the
Yeah.
Basketball Player of the Year and the Baseball
He's
Player
going,
of the
man.
Year, right there.
Hook your wagon to that. But no, he does a tremendous job, and I was just giving him crap. If you're an F1 fan, it is what everybody's got their thing.
I know.
And so it is what it is. But big thanks to the Lady Panthers for coming by, and when you come to expect just a winner, and the roster may change and players will change a little bit, but at the end of the day, I think what the tradition that the Neiman's have built, and now Nicole taking over, it's just. You just expect a winner. I mean, and I, before we went on the air, I was like, 6 in the conference. I was like, that seems like a little bit of a smack in the face. And they're like, well, we don't really pay much attention to it. Nor do we really know because there's so many moving pieces, a lot of freshmen, and we don't really know how it's going to play out. But like I said, it's just to the point where we've got to that point where you expect them to host a GMAC tournament game.
Yes.
I mean, that's
expect to
kind
be
of
in the top
standard.
4.
I don't care what
Yep.
the roster looks like.
I mean, it's
right?
going to be tough ever to be number 1 because you got Ashland that's lost 6 games in the last 4 years and just got it rolling there. Finley's going to be really good again. Malone
will be
is
good.
going to be really good. I think they returned, their big center last year that was really good. So it's a very good top half of the GMAC, and if they could host a playoff, a home GMAC playoff game, conference tournament game, that's saying something.
Yeah, and for people that don't know, I mean, you're talking about not just in the region. You're talking about in the nation. I mean, the GMAC, the top of the GMAC is and in the Midwest region as a whole.
The top
is
usually it's like
easily
3 of the
best
top
in
5
country.
teams.
Yeah.
I mean, you got them. You got Grand Valley. It's always good. I think they won the national title last year and lost 1 game all year long. Year in and year out, if you look at the top 3 in the Midwest region, they're usually the top in the top 10 in the country.
Yeah, and so
that's why they need to change the rules in D2 and move teams. Last year it was Grand Valley and Ashland 1 and 2 in the country, and they had to play in the regional tournament.
Wesleyan fans are listening right now saying, well, that's how it's always been.
I
man.
know, but it needs to
USI and
change.
Kentucky Wesleyan or Northern or
They were
Bellarmine
always
or
in the
whoever
top
it was,
10. Yes.
it was always battling. And I would for the folks that maybe aren't as plugged into it as they used to be, that's what I would compare it to. I would say the Midwest region on the women's side is what the old GLVC and the Midwest region was back then.
100%.
And that's how
3 of the top
competitive
5
it is.
teams in the country.
And I know it's not like that on the men's side as much anymore. I mean, the powerhouses have kind of moved around, and a lot of the schools that used to be powerhouses are Division I teams. now.
Exactly right.
But yeah, big thanks for them for coming on board today. And then one thing I did notice with the roster, man, a lot of international flavor.
Yeah,
you got
actually
V from Iceland. You got the Netherlands represented. You got Spain. So we have a Spanish Armada female edition, right? And then we have Canadian on there as well.
Yeah, I looked at the names, and that's the first thing I did is I sent Caleb a text, and I was like, "You just trying to kill Steve and I?" He's like, "Oh, y'all come up with nicknames for him."
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I told her. I was like, "Yeah, I'm the number one at butchering names." So, but no, it'll be.
I got John's daughter, Vilborg John's daughter, down to science.
She said, everybody just calls me V, and I'm like, well, I think I can handle that.
There you go.
So, yeah, tough as nails, great point guard, distributes the basketball, assists, leaders, steals. She'll fit right in to the mini glove last year.
Yep.
You know, was the GMAC all-time steals leader. So a lot to look forward to for the Kentucky Wesleyan Lady Panthers coming up this year. It's a Wesleyan Wednesday here, but you know, I was going to dive in because we're literally less than a week away from Media Day. My Bluegrass Preps previews due Friday.
This Friday?
Next Friday.
Okay. After
which is good for me because it's after Media Day. But I was going to go into this. I had this little pseudo basketball segment, but we're going to do it tomorrow because when the West Lady Panthers come in, we're going to talk a little fantasy high school football and the matchups for some folks this week and do a little true or false and have some fun on the back half. So tomorrow we'll do boys and girls. I was going to do the boys today, girls tomorrow. We're still doing both tomorrow with the LA5.
I'm all for it.
Southwire Media Day presented by Owensboro Health, which means Dr. Stoltz is coming
on Monday.
He's doing a little house call on Monday.
Yep.
So we'll see Dr. Stoltz on Monday.
Yeah, he was wanting to get on the live stream, so I said, hey, don't want to be here Thursday because tomorrow we're at the Devil's Den, and we'll lead right into our coverage of the regional championship game.
Text me.
I did volleyball on TV.
3.
Now I got to do volleyball on radio.
I can't wait. Briggins is kind of
he's a volleyball aficionado.
Yeah, so it'll be.
And Payne will bring the funny.
Yeah, there's no doubt. It should be a good broadcast.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to it. My first time doing play-by-play with the Beyond the. Well, we did it'll be a lot like the Dust Bowl was, where we'll try to tell you what's going on, but at the Dust Bowl you don't even know the player. Like you just know there's no numbers. You don't get a roster.
Yeah,
it's the big guy. Throw it over to the little lefty.
Do what you can.
But that's what the volleyball will be. By me trying to do play-by-play on volleyball, we'll just have fun with it.
That takes me back to the Owensboro Spartans days where we were on Mixler. And I was calling the game on Mixler from my phone on the sidelines. Incredible! It was an incredible experience, and we did have some FCC situations interviewing players as they came off the field.
I have that every night with Beyond the Bench.
Had some trouble with that, but other than that, it was a blast. So dipping our toe into some volleyball coverage, and the man.
Well, it needs to. It's going. Whatever the matchup's going to be, you got Apollo and Breckton. Apollo plays Breck. Meade plays Catholic. Kind of reminds you of the girls' basketball regional tournament there for a few years, where it was the 9th versus the 11th. And whatever the finals matchup is, it ought to be a great one.
Yeah, looking at the matchups from last night, Catholic takes down Grayson County 3-1. Ava Martin, 18 kills, 10 digs. Mamie Powell, 45 assists. Addie Aller, Emmy Roberts, both contributed to that Lady Aces victory, and they move on, like you said, to play Meade County. In a barn burner last night, took down Ohio County 3-2, and should be a great one tonight in the nightcap. You look at Meade County, the juniors, Izzy Woosley and Ava Frank leading the way. Woosley leads the team in kills, and Frank with 535 assists on the season. That'll be the nightcap, and then you'll see, I think, the favorites, the Apollo E-Gals, are the favorites, and they take on Breckenridge County here in just a little bit. 5:30 is the kickoff for that one, and Breck's 28-7, number 1 in RPI in the region, but Apollo took them down the regular season 3-1. That was back on October 16th.
Means nothing.
Doesn't mean anything, but yeah, I mean, this should be to me. That's the game. That's the game of the night.
I think so. I think so. I think
Catholic's heavily favored.
I think they are too. And if you get Apollo Catholic, I think they played 3 times this year and went to 5 sets all 3 times. I mean that would be the ultimate championship game.
Apollo and Catholic is a somewhat of a rivalry in other sports. I mean, I think baseball, it's a pretty big rivalry, but I mean, not necessarily heated, right? Like Catholic and Owensboro is.
Right.
But volleyball is a different story.
Right, because
Catholic and Apollo volleyball
through the years
don't like each other.
Through the years, those two have kind of dominated different stretches of the region. I can remember the year that we did it in television. One year we did it in television. Apollo won the regional title, and they had the young girl that went down somewhere in Alabama to play volleyball. She was unreal that year. She was the volleyball player of the year. And then Meade won it the second year we did it with an upset, I think, over Catholic in the regional finals. And so, I mean, if you get that Apollo Catholic matchup, it ought to be. And like I said, have had some humdingers. This year.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna take a little. I guess we'll call it a glimpse at Third Region boys and girls basketball tomorrow to get you set for Southwire Media Day presented by Owensboro Health. Tomorrow night will be a basketball tournament-esque atmosphere at Owensboro.
At the Devil's Den. There's no doubt the place ought to be
packed. If you've never been to a volleyball match,
they're tremendous.
It's high intensity, high energy, and we'll be ready. We'll get that basketball in tomorrow and roll right into. Well, and Briggins and Payne will be over there, so we'll be able to critique them right to their face.
And I will say this:
Davis County and Ohio County.
Just to warn you, I got a little bit of high school basketball mixed into my above all roofing true false, and I'm not going to change it. I'm going to ask you about them because I think they're good questions.
That's fine. I mean, I was just going to highlight a bunch of kids and a lot of changes for the average fan out there that may not be as plugged in. Maybe they're just a casual high school basketball fan, and we can update them because there's some movement. There's a lot of movement, to be honest with you. So we'll go update all the teams and all that stuff tomorrow.
Well, I mean, with Briggins, now that the Hurricane Militia's gone through Jamaica, who knows what he's doing right now? I mean, a lot of people lost their homes down there, and I mean,
he's trying to
find a way to Ohio
He's trying to
County.
get them in Hartford, and Beaver Dam. We got some housing over here that you can move into, but no, man, it should be a good time talking basketball tomorrow over at the Devil's Den. We'll pause it right there. We'll come back, talk a little high school fantasy football matchups for the week, and close it out with Above All Roofing True or False. But we're going to pause it for Karen Gross, realtor with Remax Professional Realty Group. Your dream is her mission. You can give her a call at 270-315-9810 or find her at KarenGross.net. It's live at 5:102.
Attorneys at Foreman, Watson, Holtry have handled thousands of personal injury lawsuits. We know how a serious injury can change your life forever. If you've been injured, the attorney you choose to represent you is critical. Put our reputation and resources to work for you. Let us fight your battles and wage your wars. Find out why FWH Legal is an award-winning personal injury law firm. Foreman, Watson, you commit legal.
Hi, I'm Chris Estes, owner of Above All Roofing and Seamless Gutters. From your windows leaking air to installing new energy-efficient windows, we can do it. 313-4275. Gutters leaking, past few rains? Get new 5 or 6 inch gutters with guards. You have a roof leak? We can install a premium roof on your house or business. We have an affordable solution for all your leaks. 270-313-4275.
This is Jalen Darty, the voice of the McLean County Cougars. Did you know the McLean County Public Library is your gateway to a world of knowledge? Discover the latest bestsellers, dive into fun community workshops, or explore the e-library anytime, anywhere. Visit McLeanCEOPublicLibrary.com for a full schedule of events, or give them a call at 270-278-9184 to learn more. Come turn the page on your next adventure at the McLean County Public Library.
PSC Fiber is building the region's fastest fiber optic network to deliver essential internet to Perry, Spencer, and DuBois counties. With the customer service and tech support you expect from neighbors, access to high-speed, reliable internet has a positive impact on economic development and social well-being. The ways we communicate have changed a lot in over 70 years, and PSC Fiber is always leading the way. Call 800-511-4899 or visit us at pscfiber.net to see how PSC Fiber is here for you.
Life happens fast, but with the right insurance, you can be ready for anything. At Home Mutual Insurance, we've been protecting homes and autos for generations. Whether it's storm damage, a fender bender, or just peace of mind, we've got you covered. Located at 532 Main Street in Tell City, our team is ready to find the perfect policy for you. Call 812-547-2363 or stop by for a free quote. Because at Home Mutual Insurance, we treat you like family.
Step into Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans on 102.7 The Game.
And we're back here live at 5:1027 The Game, man. The call dropped. I mean, call drops a little bit. You just got to roll with it.
Studio, sometimes.
We didn't run an extra break, so that was a win. Literally 1 second. Good time there by Vic Evans on the controlling the board. But, man, welcome back live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner, Vic Evans here in the Floor Concept Studios, and we kind of made it a trend that on Wednesdays we look at these favorable fantasy matchups, right? And while we're in the championship, and the waiver wire pickups may be few and far between.
We don't know who's in the championship yet because we're waiting on you, Coach Q.
Come on,
Q. You can do it. We may have like a three-way battle like we did in your.
Can you give me the scenario? Like, what do we wait? Like, what's the scores? Like,
yes, I'm up by 12 points.
You're up by 12.
He's got Red
Dan's
Roberts.
got Roberts. So
yes.
if Roberts had more than 12, he's going to the championship.
It's actually 118.7 to 106.7. So if we got 12 immediately, we would have a tie. Maybe have to do like we did in our fantasy football. You have a three-way battle for the championship.
I wasn't going to do this because it's about the kids, and that's what number one. But I got screwed. I'm just going to be honest with you, listeners. I was in the championship a year ago, and I lost. Okay, and I won the championship.
You did win the championship
last year. I'm trying to defend my title, and then they changed fall break on me, and half my team was off, so I had to go with. So you look. If I would have gotten Dramel's, I did it all. I did all the math this week.
I know.
My team would have scored over 120.
Yes.
And but that being said,
you wouldn't have beaten Jalen.
I wouldn't have beaten Jalen. No, nobody would
like
have beat
180.
Jalen. But I had a better score than you or Dan this week. So it stinks a little bit.
I know it's all because they moved fall break.
I was going to make a move for Rainey last week. He scored like over 40.
I know.
Big game from him. Big game from Dramel. It's a pretty good week. Schulte had a big week for South Spencer.
I'll probably have to. I've got Case Bolt, who if I make it to the championship, Case Bolt's out.
So this segment
there you
is
go.
for you.
Yeah,
then.
and I know too because reports are that Eubanks is not going to play quarterback this week because the game it doesn't mean anything. They're going to play the young freshman. So if Dan makes it, he has to have a new quarterback.
Oh well, there's some guys out there.
You could trade him Dramel. Well,
certainly some
maybe
guys
you can trade me Miles Edge.
Trade after my team's out. I think that might get vetoed by the other owners. But looking at some of these matchups, man, let's start in Indiana, Heritage Hills, right? I mean, because I feel like every week it's a different back for them. They got like 30 backs. They just roll out there on.
One of them's probably going to be on my team.
What do they do? Think they draw straws on Thursday and be like, all right, you're going to get 10 carries this week.
I got to have two running backs, both mine, because I also got the kid from South Spencer. So both of mine season's over. So I'm in the championship game, and I got to have two running backs.
Well, Pledger, I think he was on Caleb's team. Yeah, he's coming off a 100-yard game, 9 carries. But this week you had sophomore Jaden Worley and freshman Gabe Brown that both got in the end zone for Heritage Hills.
I know.
And, I know they're playing a little bit the step up in competition against Wrights this week. But still pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a pretty good opportunity. And I mean, I think Winchell may be down, but I mean, just based on the stat, I'm not seeing any carries, and he was kind of the bell cow. So I'm just spitballing there.
Maybe just kind of straight defense too, because he also plays safety for him.
Yeah, and I mean, this time of year, you're trying to keep guys fresh and keep that defense healthy, and it'll be a big one at the Jungle this week. How about Edmonson County? They're taking on 2-win Metcalf. Edmonson will wrap their season up this week. Has anybody got Tristan Muse on the roster?
No. That may be a quarterback Dan looking at.
Right there,
I know.
He's thrown for 541 yards on the season, and he's ran it for 365. He's got 8 rushing touchdowns on the year. And then Colton White at running back.
Brad has him.
Oh, okay. There you go. 409 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. Both guys, I think, will be big contributors this week. It's a 2-win Metcalf team. Should be a very competitive game. I would think Muse and White would be 2 guys you could certainly use. Down in Muhlenberg, a Josh Mackey special over there, as they wrapped up their season against Ballard Memorial. And Clay Wilkin, I know he's on a roster, but I wanted to highlight him because, he's a 1,000-yard passer, 8 passing touchdowns. He's also ran it for right at 500 yards and 7 scores. He's going to be in for a monster game on Friday.
He is.
Big-time game. And I tell you, a kid, because this kind of is bleeding into not just the fantasy highlight segment. It's kind of bleeding into, like, we're campaigning for these all-area rosters. And Baskerville is going to be on a roster somewhere. 573 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns.
Without a doubt.
And very under the radar.
Yeah, without a doubt. And they've also got a really good tailback that's had a good year for them.
And he hadn't played. So that's why I didn't include him into this week's, good
I was hoping he was available because
he's back this
I was hoping he was back because, like I said, I got to get a running back, and I think they're gonna roll Ballard. I was just looking to see if he get the stats
You're checking the stats.
No, they're still not up.
No. So
I even checked Max Preps, and they're not on there either.
So, we need to get those stats. 12 points we need from Ridge Roberts to get Dan into the championship game.
I will say this. I feel good about this because I went back and looked at South Warren stats.
Yeah.
And South Warren, and I know you can't compare because sometimes they don't match.
It's a little off.
But South Warren has Davis County rushing for -5 yards in the game. And
well, they got in the end zone
Baker,
twice, and
Baker
one of
throwing for 197. So
one of them was Hunt. One touchdown I know was Jace.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the other one. I just saw the highlight, which was an incredible highlight of the game.
Another guy's going to be on a first or second team.
If I had to guess, okay, Edge is texting and says Ridge didn't play against South Warren.
Oh, there you go.
How about that?
Well, I'll be in the championship then.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's not cool. Who's anybody on Dan's bench?
Whoever's on his bench will give him those points.
Well, there you go. I'm curious
if it's
who
another
is on the bench.
Yeah.
Man, so interesting. See, we learn as we go here.
Sometimes.
On live. Sometimes. And you can hit us up with tell us how stupid we are in the YouTube chat because that seems to be where everybody goes to complain. But Breckenridge County's at Fort Knox, and that's a favorable. I mean, how many? Spitzer may run for 600 this week.
He may.
I mean,
I know he won't be the first team quarterback, but like I started to put my first and second team together, because we're going to have this big meeting where we all fight over it. And I've got him as my first team MacGyver right now.
Yeah. I mean, John Edge is back in the mix there. I mean, I noticed he got some carries last week.
DeWitt, who's on my
Burnett,
team. I need Spencer to throw a little bit. There's two things I know. Spencer, throw a little bit to DeWitt. And Max, listen, whenever you put up your 5 touchdowns, E-Badger is on Jalen's team.
You know what? I dropped you, E-Badger.
You did.
I dropped you, and it cost me.
Max,
severely.
if you're listening, E-Badger does every pass goes to Bratcher. That's all I know.
I mean, Apollo and DC. I mean, how about sophomore Kane Green got in the end zone?
Yeah.
So there's that, and the Apollo defense. You look, the Madisonville's a little bit of an outlier, but, recently, 7 points to Graves. You only give up 6 to Marshall. It's a favorable matchup against Davis County. That Apollo defense is a startable defense this week. And then, we'll see how it goes with Ridge. Hopefully he can get back in the lineup for DC in a big city county matchup, big rivalry game there. You got Hancock County, you mentioned, going to Bethlehem, the freshman quarterback. What did he throw? 2 passes, 1 for a touchdown?
1 for a touchdown.
I've heard a lot about the kid.
I have too.
And with Eubanks being, I'm not taking anything away from Eubanks as a quarterback because he's played well. But, does it kind of make you think for next year that, like, hey, we can put Brady at running back, get the freshman
not just that. Here's the other thing, too, you may be looking at for next year. You're going to lose Ross Pyers, and Eubanks is a really good defender, too. And you may be looking to put him as a running back and in the middle of that. You don't want your quarterback playing middle linebacker.
Yeah,
it may be just something to look at.
The good news is Coach Eubanks will have it figured out and way smarter than we are. So certainly he'll put him in the right position to succeed. Owensboro Catholic host E-Town. Drew Miles is a guy for me. If Catholic gets ahead in this game, I love Miles and Englehart or Iglehart. The kid can do it. He's a machine.
Mm-hmm.
This kid is a machine. He's a freshman. He's got good size. He'll hurt you on defense a little bit, but and Kobe Mitchell. So some names if it gets a little out of hand that you can look for the Aces. And then last but not least, the Owensboro Red Devils in Henderson this week. Freshman Khalil Shimwell, sophomore Aiden Fountain, both got in the end zone against Madison.
I think they were over there taking notes and be like, who wants to score?
Yeah.
And
it's kind of like what Heritage Shields does at running back. Yeah. You want to carry? Go out there. Let's do it. Touchdown. All right. Behind that offensive line, I'll sign up to carry behind those guys. They'll protect you.
Just let me run behind Gabe Jackson.
Sure.
That's all I know.
Yeah, so that'll wrap up our little high school football stardom. There's no sit-ems. It's all stardoms in this segment. We come back a little above all roofing, true or false, to get you home on a Wednesday, live at 5, 102.7 The Game.
Looking for a financial partner you can trust? Look no further than Green River Area Federal Credit Union. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a new home, or need a loan, we've got you covered with competitive rates and personalized service. Join the community that cares about your financial well-being. Visit Green River Area Federal Credit Union at one of our 3 locations in Henderson, Greenville, or Owensboro and experience the difference today. Your money, your future, your credit union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Travis Holtry. At Foreman Watson Holtry, we're not just your trusted local attorneys. We're your neighbors and proud supporters of Kentucky Sports Radio. Just like a game-winning shot by UK at the buzzer, we're here to deliver results for you when it counts. Whether it's navigating complex legal challenges or celebrating the next big win by UK on the court, we're with you every step of the way. Tune in to KSR Monday through Friday, 9 to 11. And remember, Foreman Watson Holtry, dedicated to you, committed to justice. FWHlegal.com.
Step into luxury at Daniel's Cigar Lounge on Highway 54. Discover the largest humidor in the tri-state area within our newly remodeled and expanded lounge. Now open Monday through Thursday, 11 to 8, Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10, and Sunday, 1 to 6. It's the perfect place to slow down and relax. Daniel's Cigar Lounge on Highway 54. Smoke, sip, socialize.
Hey y'all, it's Kellyanne Harris with the Harris Group at Keller Williams Elite Realty. As a proud sports mom, I know what it takes to show up, stay focused, and deliver results on the field and in real estate. That's why we're offering our Guaranteed Cash Offer program. We guarantee to get your home sold or we'll buy it. For all your real estate needs, trust the Harris Group. We're always ready to go to work for you. Call us today at 270-929-5857 for the details.
It's celebration time at the Owensboro Health Park. We're marking 27 years of helping our community stay healthy, and members are invited to join the fun. From October 27th to the 31st, members can enjoy daily prize drawings and special educational talks from our experts. Check out the full schedule at owensborohealth.org/healthpark27. Not a member yet? Join now with our $20 enrollment special. Come celebrate 27 years strong at the Health Park.
Need some killer custom printing? All Authentic Prints has got you covered. We're right here in Owensboro, rocking everything from screen printing and embroidery to high-tech digital designs like DTF and DTG. And guess what? We don't just stop at printing. Looking for some eye-catching signage? Whether it's banners, vehicle decals, or window decals, we're here to make your vision pop. Come on down to 2408 New Hartford Road and check us out. All Authentic Prints, your go-to spot for all your custom print needs.
Hey, Owensboro, are you ready to explore your wild side? Check out Wild Things Lingerie on 9th Street. The latest exotic novelties and lingerie that will spice up your love life. Unleash your inner passion and come see us today at Wild Things Lingerie.
Local sports at its finest, live at 5 with Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans on 102.7 The Game.
Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtry, FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner, Vic Evans here in the Floor Concept Studios. You just never know what you're going to get. I had to save your Mountain Dew.
You did, and that's the most important thing, the Diet Mountain Dew.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it. Can't live without it.
I wanted to leave us some time just to goof off.
Okay.
I think that's what we do all the time.
It's 99% of the time.
To be honest, but
we don't know
above
what
all
we're
roofing,
talking
true or
about.
false?
Yeah, I got something for you.
I think I have some that'll be fun to talk about. And you know, what do you got? I'm going to let you kick it off.
First of all, make sure you need roofing, siding, seamless windows, seamless gutters. Go see Chris Estes at Above All Roofing. They can do it. They can fix it all. Took great care of my roof.
Yeah.
Oh, my roof, my gutters, unbelievable. And it's been perfect ever since. So give Chris Estes a call. I'll give you the first one. I got a couple basketball ones, and then we'll move on from there.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the first one. That true or false? This year, for the ESPN Owensboro Girls Basketball Player of the Year is maybe more wide open than it's been in 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't studied the girls at all. I'm just going off knowledge from last year. And, yeah, I mean, it's not that wide open. I mean, Kennedy Lane almost is a lock, I would think.
I don't know. You got Grimes at Bragg.
Yeah. Hey, Grimes at
you
Bragg.
You got a couple good ones at Calico.
Carrie-Ann Williams.
Carrie-Ann Williams.
No disrespect.
Yeah. Carrie-Ann Williams down there.
I'm going to put Kennedy Lane the leader in the clubhouse, though, right now.
You know,
preseason.
The point guard from Catholic. Catholic's got a couple good ones, too, in that sophomore class.
That's what's going to make it fun, I think, is the kids that
the last 3 years you knew it was going to be Peyton Bradley.
Right.
So anything's more wide open than it's been.
Yeah, happy birthday, Peyton Bradley.
Yeah, there you
I saw
go.
it was her birthday today, and I saw her in a Louisville jersey, which is great for her, man. That's awesome.
Oh, without a doubt. My second true or false. I don't know if you saw this, but true. First of all, the Cats' Paws came out. You know how that is. And they do their regional rankings.
Do we do a true or false? I don't know if we did or not. Let's keep going.
I said true. You said true.
I said
more
true.
wide
Okay,
open.
I don't know where I'm at. So.
I'm going to give you the top 10 teams and players. Tell me if the Cats' Paws got it right.
Okay.
All right. In the teams, they got Davis, Grayson, Meade, Catholic, Ohio County, Muhlenberg, Apollo, McLean, Edmondson, Owensboro. True or false? That seems like a really favorable, good top 10.
For the boys basketball?
Yes.
Say it again. That's terrible.
Davis County.
Okay, yes.
Catholic, Meade. Oh, no, Grayson, Meade, Catholic.
Okay.
Ohio, Muhlenberg, Apollo, McLean, Edmondson, Owensboro.
Who did that?
That's Cass Pauls. I'm just telling you what it is.
It's
True or
wrong.
false?
False.
False, okay.
And no disrespect to who did it, but, I mean, it's not. How's Apollo's like, what?
7th.
That's insane.
With 2 players in the top 10.
That's insane.
Okay, let me give you the players. You tell me true or false they got this right.
Okay.
Going 1 to 10.
All right.
Moss, Logston, Watkins, Shoust, Powers, Sully Smith, Michael Acton, Carruthers, Martis, Henning. Top 10 players.
No, it's not the right order, but it's not the right order.
I wouldn't think so either. I've got a couple. Acton's way too
higher.
low.
Henning's probably
I will tell you
higher.
this too. Nobody's going to know, but I'm going to tell you that I'm going to bet the
And Martis is
probably too low, and neither of the Puerto Ricans being in from Apollo and/or Ohio County. But
I
you
can
don't know
understand
them.
that because it's unknown.
Right, they're unknowns, but I have a feeling they're going to be right there too. And also the point guard up there, House up there at Meade County. I think he is tremendous.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some things to be proven. I think there's some guys that's probably going to, move their way up as the season goes along. But, yeah, I mean, it's close. I mean, at the end of the day, it's Moss and Logson at the top. And it flows
And I
down
love
from there.
Watkins too. I think Watkins, Showski, you could invert those at 3 and 4.
Yeah.
But Acton should be no lower than 5.
Yeah, that's probably right. That's probably your top 5.
That's what I would have my top
preseason.
5. Top 5 preseason ESPN Owensboro.
That's just off the top
first
of my
team.
head. That's not putting a ton of work into that, by
Right.
the way, or anything. But yeah, I mean, we'll break that down a little more tomorrow. Just go team by team and just kind of how that looks, and and kind of just break these rosters down a little bit.
Okay, I got another one
I think
for you.
outside the top 2, there's some questions.
I do too. I got it. Top 3. I think Meade's really good with the new coach.
I mean,
I think he's going to bring in a lot of energy there. Some stuff.
I'm not getting it. I'm not
Okay,
going to do
we'll
it.
talk tomorrow.
Apollo's deeper than Meade,
They are.
talent-wise.
Apollo's one of those under radar teams. I think it's going to be really good. True or false, Steve? The Vikings are better off, no matter who else plays quarterback, to sit JJ the rest of the year, get healthy, and tank for the highest pick possible, where you can make some great trades for quarterback-hungry teams.
No.
True.
No, it's false.
They're not going to make the playoffs this year.
Well, why wouldn't you play McCarthy?
Because if you win
He's
enough,
played too. Listen, I'm tired of this McCarthy slander. Okay, if you want to complain that he's hurt all the time, fine. That's fine.
I'm saying,
but the kid's played a game and a half. He's played 2 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he won one of them. He's a player of the week.
I know.
The NFC player of the week. Week
I
1.
think McCarthy's going to be a great one.
So why are we sitting him?
You sit him to get the higher pick. I think the worst thing you can do in the NFL is be in the
GM
middle.
can't pick anyway.
You need more help. If you get up there, let's say you get the 3rd or 4th pick of the draft, there's going to be quarterback needy teams that are going to want to move up, give you a bundle, and set up McCarthy for the next couple of years.
No, I want to make sure the kid can play more than 2 games without getting hurt. Number one. Number 2, like I just said yesterday, the 7th seed in the NFC is complete. It's going to be a bad team. I'm not saying McCarthy can take him to that, but if he did, what a building block that could be. I mean, you just got to see what you have in the kid.
I don't know. Being the 7th seed and get wiped out of the playoffs.
Who are we going to play? Who we going to play at quarterback? Trade for Josh Dobbs?
Doesn't matter.
I mean,
tank for Arch.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
But I will keep it on the McCarthy front.
Okay,
True
go
or
ahead.
false, McCarthy throws for more than 150 yards against the Lions this week.
True, because they're going to throw a lot because the Lions are going to score like 42, and he's going to get a lot of garbage yards.
Yeah, if it's.
I mean, is he going to play this
I
week?
mean, legitimate. Yeah, he's playing.
Okay.
He's 100%.
I mean, as long as he doesn't fall out coming into the stadium and
That's
get
the
hurt
key,
again,
right?
Or fall off the bus.
Just stay healthy. Just stay healthy.
We'll actually have that on 102.7 The Game at noon on
Yeah,
Sunday.
I'm not necessarily looking forward to it because the Lions has just owned us. And let me tell you something, Lions fans. I want to be 100% clear on something. You guys have never won anything. All right? Quit walking around here acting like you're the greatest franchise that ever lived. I mean, you didn't win a game a couple times in a season. You sucked. It's rebuilding since 1950.
I don't think they went they didn't go 0-16, did they? I thought it was
The Lions went
Browns.
0-16.
Did they go 0-16?
Yeah, not recently.
Oh, that
but
was
the
with
last-
Matt Miller, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Or Matt Millen.
like
Yeah.
12 years
Yeah,
ago or
yeah,
whatever. But my thing is, like, okay, it's easy to cheer for them because they've never had success. but the fans are unbearable. I mean, like you would think they were the Packers or something, the way they walk around with their chest out. I like Dan Campbell. I love Amon-Ra St. Brown. I like Goff a little bit. I mean, but they're impossible to cheer for because their fans stink, man.
Isn't that just the fandom in Detroit? I mean, the city of Detroit. Are the Pistons fans any good? No, they're terrible. Are the Tigers fans any good? No, that's just the city of Detroit, Steve.
I mean, whatever. But, keep it down a little bit. You haven't been to a Super Bowl ever. So it's like, what are you talking about? Chill out. Your team choked 2 years ago. Your coach, who I love to death, coached you out of going to the Super Bowl because he went for it on 4th down in San Francisco in a game they should have won. And then last year you peaked too early and you faded out of the playoffs.
Well, they got hurt too. I mean, their defense.
Everybody's hurt.
Everybody knows.
Everybody's hurt.
But
I don't want.
I will say this. I mean, they got to be a little chest bumpy because they got Dan Campbell, who, I mean, up until him, maybe the best Lions. Hold on, maybe the best Lions coach in the last 50 years is Wayne Fontenot. I mean, come
Wayne
on,
Fonts. Yeah, Wayne Fonts. Yeah, old Chris Berman. That's Chris
Yeah.
Berman's guy. But I love Campbell. He's a great coach. I mean, I think the way that he's transitioned from his coordinator, I got respect for the Lions. Just fans need to be quiet down a little bit.
Right. True or false?
Be proud, but quiet down a little bit. You haven't won anything.
We'll go to a whole different sport.
Start hanging banners for division titles in Detroit. That's all you got.
We're going to go to a sport we don't talk a ton about here, but Blake talks a lot. True or false? Kyle Larson wins the NASCAR title in Phoenix on Sunday.
Doesn't really matter to me. I mean, because the way NASCAR does their playoff system is
dumb.
Ridiculous.
It is absolutely dumb.
It's ridiculous. One race. I mean, 4 guys. I mean, Christopher Bell is running away with this thing, dominating the season. He's not even in the championship. The Truck Series is the same way. Like, you have these guys that have dominated the whole year. They're not even in the final race because they had one bad race in the playoffs.
Have you gone back and looked at if you use like the old way it was done of how
different
it would be? Like it would be Jeff Gordon with 7.
Yeah.
And it would be Jimmy Johnson with just 4.
Right.
They would be reversed.
And I've heard they're going to change it up a little bit. Go back
they need
to the old school.
They need to go back to the old
school. Oh, my God, Mark Martin's all for it. I got a good one for you right
Okay,
here.
go ahead.
I got 2 of them, actually.
All
Go
right.
baseball. True or false, Bryce Harper is traded to the Yankees this offseason?
False.
Why you say false?
I'll say this. Can I preface it?
Mm-hmm. Well, Bryce would have to approve it because he does have a no-trade clause.
Right,
but I think he would.
I think the Yankees would like to go sign Kyle Tucker. If they can sign him, then I think they would not go make that trade.
Okay.
Now, if Kyle Tucker goes and signs with the Dodgers like every free agent does because their payroll is twice as much as everybody else's, then the Yankees have got to make some moves to build
Baseball's
it.
got to get a handle on that. The
But
Dodgers can't sign everybody.
It's not going to happen. Like the
It's just
players,
not- it makes it almost unwatchable.
I know, but the players union is not going to agree to a salary cap. It's just not. They'll sit out all of 2027.
Yeah.
But I would say that's the only ways that they can't. I mean, they got to make some moves because this team's not built for the World Series. They got to get more athletic. They got to get better. And they got to get some infield help. And I'm not sold that that you want to go back in with as good a year he's had as Grisham. You're going to go back with an outfield of Dominguez, Grisham, and Judge. Just don't see that happening.
I think there's a chance it happens.
Well, I hope you're right. I will take Bryce Harper. We screwed up by not signing Bryce when we did.
It seemed like it's getting loud between him and Dombrowski. And I mean, listen, I love Bryce. I do. But what Dombrowski said's not wrong. I mean, you haven't been playing at a superstar level for 2 or 3 years. I mean, you're just not. You're not even an all-star at this point. So, I mean, you can either get mad about what he said or look in the mirror and be like, you know what, he's right. I better step my game up.
I mean, he's not put up like Otani or Judge numbers or those type of guys. He's getting paid like
he's
them.
got good numbers.
Right, but
and
they're
the
not.
contract hasn't been bad. But you can't say he's one of the top players in baseball anymore, right? With the numbers that he's had.
He's not in the top 5.
No, not even. He's not in the top 20.
And I'm not so sure. I mean, Kyle Tucker's younger. I still think the Yankees would love to sign Kyle Tucker, but it just comes down to,
I think Bryce could be.
Oh, he could
if he gets it together. But I'm hoping the comments have motivated him into being the player that he has been.
I mean, he'd fit good at
past.
first base for the Yankees.
And I will say, hey, that shows you what kind of ball player he is, right? He's an outfielder. He comes to first base within like 2 years. He's Gold Glove material.
Right, yeah,
I mean, he's a ball player. He can play anywhere you put him. And I have ultimate respect for him, but I wouldn't mind to see him traded to the Yankees. I got a good one.
Okay.
Okay? Because this is insane. I just looked this up today.
All right.
True or false? No matter who UK ends up hiring on the football front, it would be silly for Big Blue Nation to expect any coach to walk in and coach his team to a winning season, no matter what the transfer portal looks like.
I'm going to say, I mean, here's the thing. It's the schedule next year is ridiculous.
Florida.
Yep.
South Carolina.
Yep.
Tennessee.
Yep.
Alabama. LSU. Vanderbilt. Missouri. A&M. Oklahoma.
But here's what can save you.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
Florida's going to have a new coach.
Ohio State, Indiana, all these teams at the top against that schedule, that's a 2-loss schedule for anybody.
Hold on. Here's the thing.
That's an insane schedule.
It is a tough schedule. But I think you could have a winning record because Florida's going to have a new coach and has been down. South Carolina, there's no reason you can't beat South Carolina. You know, you look at it.
Tennessee.
Now, I don't like the Tennessee. Don't like the Alabama.
But you're gonna
Oklahoma. Oklahoma's not.
You're not favored in any of those games outside of maybe Vandy and maybe
got
Florida.
To go find a new quarterback.
Maybe South
Texas
Carolina.
A&M may be a new coach because you're hearing a lot of stuff about Elko to Penn State. You know,
it's a good program though.
It is a good program. So no, I mean, but the next year it gets a little easier. But,
it does.
But here's the thing. Okay,
but here's the thing.
But Vandy's playing a tough schedule, and they're 7-8-1. So I don't buy it in this day and age.
In 1 year, though.
And Vandy last year beat Alabama.
But I mean, isn't that walking into a fire?
It is.
Like, let's just say they hired Summerall, just hypothetically. Summerall walks in, he wins one of those games.
Can I ask you a question?
I mean, the fan base is going to be losing their mind.
You got to get over that. Do we have to be happy with 6-6? Spend the money, hit the portal. It's out there.
I mean, a lot of teams in the country be happy with 6-6 against that schedule.
Out with Alabama?
Well, no, but
with Tennessee,
football's not Alabama.
No, it hasn't been in the past. But this is a new day and age.
Tennessee might have to be.
Come on,
that's a crazy schedule.
True or false for you? The loser Sunday or Saturday night of Auburn, Kentucky, of the coach. It's loser leave town. They get fired Sunday.
Yeah, true.
I think so too.
Yeah, true.
I think so too.
I mean, I don't know. I say true. You know, Stoops ain't getting fired, so it's just on Freeze. If
No.
Fired,
Well, I will say this:
if Freeze loses, he's fired. Stoops ain't getting fired. They're
no.
gonna hold on.
If they hold
Mitch
on,
Barnhart
if they lose to Auburn and Florida, there is no way they're not going to do something because there would be nobody at Tennessee Tech.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's not going to be anyway. So it doesn't matter. I mean, at the end of the day, basketball season's on. We just beat Purdue. I don't know if you saw it or
We
not.
did. We did.
I know it was an exhibition. True or false, Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza will be the number one quarterback off the board in the NFL.
He should be, and he should be the Heisman. Should be the Heisman, and he should be the first quarterback taken.
Never too early to start talking
That's my
NFL
prediction.
Draft too.
True or false? Because it's coming on next. Dodgers in a must-win tonight if they're going to win the series. 2-2 going back to the Toronto.
Never a must-win for L.A. They can easily go win two in Toronto.
Pretty impressive what the Jays did last night after losing that heartbreaker in 18 innings.
And Otani, who we built up, he kind of the bottom
He was
fell out.
tired. He was out there playing for 18 innings.
He's slightly overrated as a pitcher. Slightly. He's a good pitcher. He's like a 4 or 5 for most teams.
He's a top 8 pitcher in the league.
No way. No chance.
Oh, whatever.
No chance. We'll see you tomorrow.
Live at 5 on 102.7 The Game. Special thanks to Foreman Watson Hultree for sponsoring the preceding broadcast. FWHlegal.com. Tune in next time for Live at 5 on 102.7